In today's video, we are going to go over my dividend income from the month of March. If you're new to my channel, welcome. We talk all about investing, entrepreneurship, marketing, and mindset, and ultimately achieving financial freedom so you can live the life that you want to live. Let's hop into my M1 Finance portfolio. Yes, I am an M1 Finance user. I really enjoy the platform. If you are interested in my review on this platform, you can click the link in the description. I wrote an article about it on my website, and I do have a YouTube video coming up about it. So stay tuned for that. But overall, my portfolio is sitting at about $17,464. I started investing in about January of 2020, so a little more than a year ago. And from that time until now, I've gained about $3,000, with about $2,600 of that coming in capital gains and $350 coming from dividends. So let's talk about the dividends that we got in March. So we'll just head on over to the activity tab. We will filter by dividends only. And then we'll just scroll down to where March begins. All right. So the first dividend we got was from Aflac. This is the insurance company with the duck. They paid me $5.54. Next up, we got Johnson & Johnson. They paid $2.89, bringing my total up to $8.43. Next up, we got ExxonMobil. They paid $2.93. bringing the total up to $11.36. Now, when the COVID pandemic began back in March of 2020, ExxonMobil took a huge hit. It was, in my portfolio anyway, Exxon was in the red, meaning I was losing money for like the longest time ever. And just until recently, actually, Exxon has been doing super good. In fact, I am up almost 50% in ExxonMobil alone. So this is one of the principles of investing, is that you have to invest for the long term. Because if you just focused on that one small interval of time where ExxonMobil was in the red and you sold out, then you would have never gotten those gains. So stick into stocks for the long term is my personal investing philosophy. But overall, Exxon pays a pretty good dividend, and this month they paid $2.93. Next up, we got the pharmaceutical company Eli Lilly. They paid $1.44, bringing the total up to $12.80. Microsoft was the next dividend payer. They paid 56 cents. And yes, this is not a lot. Microsoft does not pay a large dividend, but they are a pretty good growth company. So I'm more in Microsoft for the capital gains more than the dividends, but they do actually pay a dividend, which is actually pretty rare for a tech company, to be honest. But they do, and this month they paid me 56 cents, so I will not complain. And that brings the total up to $13.36. Up next, we have 3M. This is a really good company to invest in from my perspective. They've been paying dividends, not only paying, but they've been increasing their dividends for a long time. And their capital gains is pretty good as well. So this month they paid me $3.15, bringing the total up to $16.51. Next up, we got everybody's favorite fast food chain, McDonald's. Yes, I know a lot of people hate it, but hey, it's a good business model. It's one of the, I guess you would call it a premier or the most well-known fast food chain probably in the world. I mean, McDonald's is pretty global, to be honest, at this point. So this month they paid me out twice. So they got $1.30 here, and then coming down, yeah, they paid another 43 cents. So that brings the total income from McDonald's to $1.73, bringing the total to $18.24. Next up, we got a payment from Consolidated Edison for 76 cents. Just one of those higher dividend yielding energy companies that has shown pretty fair growth over time. So overall, I think a pretty good investment, and that 76 cents brings the total up to $19 even. The next dividend came in from Realty Income Corp. If you talk to any dividend investor, I would say about 99.9% of them have this holding in their portfolio. Most likely because this is a monthly paying dividend, so you see the cash flow more often than a lot of other stocks. And it's just a pretty good company, right? It's shown pretty good growth, and it keeps increasing their dividend. So they paid $3.03, bringing the total to $22.03. Stag was the next dividend payer, and this is also a REIT, just like O. The only real difference is that Stag invests in industrial properties, so like warehouses, as opposed to commercial real estate, like an office building or something like that. And this is also a monthly paying dividend, and they paid $1.91, bringing us up to $23.94. BlackRock was the next dividend that I got. And if you're unfamiliar, BlackRock is a financial investment management firm, and their growth has been absolutely tremendous, especially in the last year. And they paid a dividend of $5.41, bringing us up to $29.35. The next dividend I got was from Home Depot, ticker symbol HD, and they paid me $1.97. As you can see, it's split up twice here, and that totals $31.32. For the longest time, Home Depot was actually one of my best performing holdings, which I was actually pretty surprised on, but I guess a lot of people were doing house renovations and whatnot. The stock was just doing really good. Vanguard's High Dividend Yield ETF, ticker symbol VYM, was my next dividend payment, $2.22, bringing us up to $33.54. Next up, we got Waste Management. They paid a total of 65 cents, bringing us up to $34.19. Waste Management is a pretty well-known company within at least the United States. I think just a pretty solid company overall when it comes to dividend payments, dividend increases, and the growth of the company. Next, we got another Vanguard ETF. This ETF is called the Vanguard Total Stock Market, ticker symbol VTI. And this ETF is comprised of essentially the entire stock market. So you're talking low cap, high cap, and also medium cap companies. And this is more of, I would say, my safety play than anything, because I am really diversifying my risk into just a ton of different companies. And the growth of this ETF has been absolutely tremendous. Their dividend is a little bit low. I think right now it's between 1% and 2%, maybe a little higher. Overall, they paid me $5.57, and that'll bring us up to $39.76. Up next, we got a payout from Brookfield Infrastructure Partners. Actually, two you can see up here. They paid $3.52. Another pretty nice dividend. That brings us up to $43.28. Broadcom, ticker symbol AVGO, was the next dividend that I got. They paid $2.35, and that brings us to $45.63. I love this company, I must say, because it is a tech company, and they pay a dividend yield of right around 3% right now. And the company has shown really good growth. So when I saw this holding, I was really surprised, because usually when you talk about tech companies, they have really good growth, but they pay a pretty low dividend. And luckily, this company, Broadcom, it actually does both. It shows pretty good growth, and it pays, a fairly decent dividend. So if you are looking to boost your tech holdings, consider AVGO if you don't have it already. Next up, we got one of my favorite holdings in my portfolio. This is the SPHD, Invesco High Dividend Low Volatility ETF. And what this is an ETF comprised of the higher dividend paying companies on the S&P 500 that have shown lower volatility. And this is a monthly paying holding, and they paid $4.54, bringing us up to $50.17. Yes, we broke the $50 threshold, and that is awesome. And last but not least, we got LTC Properties. This is another REIT, and they invest in senior healthcare facilities. And once again, this is a monthly paying dividend, and they paid $1.11. And that brings our total for the month of March up to $51.28. So let's take that and let's put it into our dividend tracking spreadsheet. I just have a pretty simple Google Sheet where I track all my dividend income since day one. So you can see you got 2020 and 2021 here. So let's go ahead and input that stuff from March. All right, there it is, guys. And you can see the graph is going up, which is really nice to see. So let's just do a little quick comparison. This time last year, so we're talking the end of March in 2020, I had $12.82 in dividends. And this year I got $51.28. But I think even a more fair comparison would be to look at the last quarter. So the last quarter, I actually got paid $53.70 in the same month, which is the last month of the quarter. But the reason for this is not because I invested less, but in December is typically when a lot of companies will pay dividends. But if you look at the overall quarterly total, in Q4 of 2020, I got $96.64. And in Q1 of 2021, we got $111.62. So that's about a $15 increase. So in this quarter, we crossed that $100 threshold. So if I did nothing right now, essentially I would get over $444. And that would be pretty awesome. But I'm going to keep investing my money. I'm going to keep reinvesting my dividends, and hopefully the companies that I'm invested in will continue to increase their dividends. So it's kind of like a trifecta of things going on. But overall, that is really it. I hope this portfolio inspires you to start your own if you haven't already. If you do have less than I do in my portfolio, I also hope that this gives you inspiration, because I did not always have this much money in my portfolio. If you look back to when I first started, I mean, these gains are not very much. I mean, we're talking 1 month where I got $4.45, then $12, then $6, right? So the point is just to get started. Just get started investing in good quality companies, and those dividends will start to roll in. And if you reinvest those, you will get the compounding effect, and longer down the road, you are going to have a ton of money if you stick to your investing principle. Thanks for checking out this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.